It's NAB 2023. We are in the West Hall with Bryce from AGA. Hi, Bryce.
Good to see you again, Simon.
So, yeah, great to see you too, of course. So, we've just done a video on the overview of what
Yes.
you're doing at NAB, and now we're stood in front of two brand new products that you're talking about, Dante
Yes.
AVOIP.
This is great. So this has been a collaboration with the Ordinate team who are responsible for putting Dante into the world. The whole point here is it's a build on the great Dante audio system that's been out there for quite some time with 3,500 manufacturers, all sorts of different products. And this is essentially layering video over the IP, centralizing it around the Dante controller software, which is so easy to work with. You know, when it comes to IP workflows, that's been one of the complexities, is how do you discover other products, how do you route materials, and now we have the Dante AV. And the route we've gone is they have two different versions. So Dante AV Ultra is basically a JPEG 2000 variation. And then they also have the H products, which is H.264 and that kind of thing. So we've gone for the higher end here, since we tend to service a lot of professionals doing big live productions, tours, concerts, houses of worship, educational facilities, etc. So what this means is that we've come out with two products. So it's the 4K-T and the 4K-R. As you might imagine, the first is a transmitter and the second is a receiver. So you're going from 12G SDI, which makes this very unique. There's no other product like that on the market right now. So you're going to be able to handle up to 4K 60p, and it's visually lossless, because when you're working with JPEG 2000, you're trying to retain the best image quality you can while using compression to get it across what is effectively a 1 gig E network.
Right.
So this is bandwidth efficient. It's really tightly synchronized. You've got sub-frame in terms of delays from one place to another, so you can't see it. And it's really key for those that are doing materials where you might have folks like us standing in front of a screen right now, but if we were on stage, there might be 3 displays going on.
Yeah.
And you're going to be tightly synchronized between video and audio, which is really crucial for live music, big tours, all that type of thing. So it's really exciting stuff. You've got 12G SDI, you've got HDMI 2.0, which means you can go all the way up to RGB. And so again, just retaining as picture quality as possible, but it's key to really understand. You've got this beautiful simplicity of what amounts to a spreadsheet, where you can take your routing and clearly just click tick boxes and go, okay, I'm going to go from my source here, and I want it to go to these 4 locations.
Yeah. Is this what really sets it apart from other video over IP solutions?
Yeah, it's a simplification. It's an entire user base that have been out there for years and are used to it from audio as well. It's very easy to name your products. So if you're doing a setup that goes on set, Dante transmitter, camera 1, you can name things like that. So that makes it really simple to understand where you're sending stuff. You're effectively embedding, disembedding audio, mixing it in as you choose to. We're supporting 8 channels of audio there. So that's going to cover you very well if you're also moving stuff into mixing desks and that type of thing.
Yeah. So are you finding that people that this is aimed at are possibly new to video over IP, or are they moving from other standards because of the synchronization?
Well, I think, it's a combination. There's going to be folks that have not utilized video there before they've wanted to. It's been somewhat complicated for them.
Yeah.
Or they've played with video over IP, but they've had issues with that live experience, especially.
Yeah.
Where the delays and timings of encoding, decoding, and getting it place to place has had too much delay to really make it truly satisfactory for that live event. So we're going to see this utilized in sports, within stadiums. You're going to see it, as I mentioned, certainly on the larger concerts. And this summer, you'll see. I can't talk about it quite yet, but this kit will be in use for some bigger tours going on, and we're really excited to see it go into action.
As you say, for sports on the big screen, you want to see it as it happens on the pitch, don't you? So
yeah,
absolutely key.
It's
Yeah.
Really
So
great stuff.
the 4K T and the 4KI, are they shipping now?
Yeah, they'll be shipping. We've announced them and taking orders today. They'll ship within a couple of weeks here. Initially, availability will be in the US, and then we've just got a few more weeks to go from there to have dealt with all the European certification processes.
And a rough idea of cost?
Yes, so we're looking at $24.95, which is very reasonable. Some folks have asked, well, why didn't we make a transceiver in one? Well, there's a couple of things there. That raises the price. Okay. The second issue is you sometimes have complexity there because you're dealing with more bandwidth in and out at the same time, so it's harder to gauge what you're doing with your bandwidth. But more importantly, we suspect it's going to be more common to have, let's say, fewer transmitters. You might have 3 cameras going on, but you're going to want a bunch of receivers because you're going to have displays all over the place. Whether, house of worship, there might be an extended space and the rest of it. And again, I think what folks are really going to love with this is the simplicity of interface, and again, the beautiful image quality. So
absolutely,
it's a really great combination.
Fantastic, Bryce. I can see why you were keeping it under wraps for so long.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. And so people can find out more at aj.com.
Absolutely. We've got a What's New page. We also have an NAB landing page, but you'll want to go, when it comes to this product, if you're not familiar with it, it is a bit of a new concept from Audinate's part. As I said, very excited to be there, but it lays it out very clearly as how to think about your workflows, how to get the most out of this, and we have a bunch of workflow diagrams to help you out.
Cool. Or people can come along to W2600 at NAB.
Yes, and aj.com.
Fantastic. Bryce, thank you
you
very much indeed. Do visit the website or come along to the show to speak to one of the team here who can guide you through the Dante solutions and everything else we're doing at NAB. Check out kitplus.com.